Boys and girls, you're going to need your handwriting paper again like we used yesterday. You can use the same piece that you used yesterday. You should still have some space on there, or you can get a new piece. Remember, that's my first choice for you, is to use this handwriting paper with the headline, the midline, and the baseline. If you don't have this, though, your journal or your board will do, but this will be the first choice. So go ahead and pause the video and grab your paper and your pencil. And then you can start again when you're ready. Okay, so right now you're just going to listen. So set your paper, set your pencil aside, and all you're doing is listening. And so the letter I picked today is the letter S, the first letter. And this is probably one of the toughest letters to learn how to write. So listen really carefully. Just listen and watch.
Lowercase s. Touch below the midline. Curve back left. Curve forward right. Ending above the baseline. Lowercase s.
So the important thing to remember on this is the letter S is between the midline and the baseline. So when you start to do all these curves that you hear, you have to make sure that you're staying in between that midline and that baseline. So you're touching below the midline just a little bit, and then you're curving and curving. Okay, so listen one more time.
Lowercase s. Touch below the midline. Curve back left. Curve forward right. Ending above the baseline. Lowercase s.
Okay, so this time just watch me. I'm going to touch, excuse me, below the midline, not way below, just a little bit below the midline. And I'm going to curve. I'm going to stay right there at the midline. I'm going to curve back around. And I'm trying to land on that baseline. So watch again. Touching just a little bit below the midline, curving, and curving. Okay, so go ahead and pick up your pencil, and we're going to try and we're going to follow along with her steps.
Lowercase s. Touch below the midline. Curve back left. Curve forward right. Ending above the baseline. Lowercase s.
Okay, go ahead and put some space. Let's try again.
Lowercase s. Touch below the midline. Curve back left. Curve forward right. Ending above the baseline. Lowercase s.
Okay, so this time let's do it, and let's just say the steps to ourselves. So I'm touching below the midline, curving back left, curving forward right, all the way around, ending above the baseline. Okay, so the important part too is when you get ready to curve, I'm curving back left a little bit, and then I'm going forward right. Okay, so touch below the midline, not way below, just a little bit below. Curve back, left, curve forward, right, all the way, resting on the baseline. Okay, so I'm going to erase mine, and I want to show you some mistakes to see if you can see what my mistake is before you practice a few more. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to touch here. Okay, so think about what is my mistake. I started way below the midline. Remember when you touch below, just touching a little bit below, so about right here. And then you start your first curve, and then go into your second curve. Okay, here's another mistake. See if you can figure out what my mistake is. Okay, so here I started way above the midline instead of below the midline. Okay, so just a few things for you to think about. And the S is hard, so it might take several times for you to practice before you get the hang of it, and that's okay. Okay, so go ahead and pick up your pencil, and let's do a couple more together. Okay. Touch below the midline, curve back left, curve forward right, all the way around, resting above the baseline. Okay, put some space. Touch below the midline. Curve back left. Curve forward right. All the way around, resting above the baseline. Touch below the midline. Curve back right, left. Curve right. All the way around, resting above the baseline. So go ahead and try about 3 more of the lowercase s's, and then you can click play again, and we're going to practice a new letter. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and do a few more s's, and then click play when you're ready. Okay, so now we are going to start with our lowercase f, and so right now you're just going to be listening.
Lowercase f. Touch lowercase f. Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Lowercase f.
Okay, listen one more time and really watch the steps that she's doing.
Lowercase f. Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Lowercase f.
Okay, so this time you're just going to watch me first and listen. So I'm touching below the headline, not way below, just a little bit below. Curving back left, pulling straight down till I get to the baseline. Then I have to lift, touch the midline, and slide to the right. Okay, watch one more time. Touch below the headline, curve back left, pull straight down till I get to the baseline, lift, touch the midline, and slide to the right. Okay, so go ahead and pick up your pencil and follow her steps. Here we go.
Lowercase f. Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Lowercase f.
Remember when you're sliding on the midline, she's not sliding way across. It's just a nice size line, not too big, not too small. Go ahead and put a little bit of space. Here we go again.
Lowercase f. Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Lowercase f.
Okay, so this time we're going to say the steps to ourselves. We're not going to listen to her. We're going to see if we can remember the steps. So go ahead and pick up your pencil. Here we go. Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Okay, ready? Touch below the headline. Curve back left. Pull down straight to the baseline. Lift. Touch the midline. Slide right. Okay, let's do one more together. Remember, when you're touching below the headline, you're not way down here, just a little bit below. Touch below the headline, curve back left, pull down straight to the baseline, lift. Touch the midline, slide to the right, and you have your lowercase f. So I'd like you to do about 3 or 4 more on your own, and then we'll be done with our writing lesson for today. So you can pause the video and go ahead and do about 3 or 4 more lowercase f's, and then you can put away your paper and save it for next time.